Hi everyone, welcome once again to iQuanta 250 most important quant questions. I would say 250 most expected quant questions, and I hope you've been solving on a daily basis. And gradually, the variety of questions that you've been encountering here is also increasing. That is exactly what you have to do for the exam. Okay, solve so much of variety, solve so much different type of questions that whenever the exam comes in front of you, the question comes in front of you, you do not notice. You do not have a problem reading the question or identifying what has to be done in the question. Okay, the exam is always about making a quick decision whether you have to do that particular question or not, and that you can only make, you can make a quick decision only when you have solved a lot of questions already, right? So solving more makes you a good decision maker in the exam, a quick good decision maker in the exam, and that is how you save a lot of time, that is how you solve a lot of questions, visit every question, and probably you score more as well. Okay, so we'll keep going ahead with this. We have solved somewhere around 80, I think 70 questions so far. Okay, today we'll surpass 80, and this is the iQuanta IPMAT 2026 crash course starting from 29th of March with rigorous live classes on a daily basis. We'll be starting from the basics, concepts, theory, practice, and then PYQs. Okay, along with a lot of mock test series. So do join it, and then if you go to the playlist section of this channel, you will be getting a lot of playlists. Okay, which you can use for practice. If you're not that good at numbers, do try the numbers playlist, arithmetic playlist, geometry playlist, idioms and phrases. There are so many playlists. Okay, you can explore them. We'll solve this question. I think I gave this to you as homework. The price of a product is P. A shopkeeper raises its price by X% and then offers a discount of Y% on the raised price. The discounted price again becomes P. If Y is the difference between X and Y, then find X. Okay. So price of a product is P. Okay. It is being raised by X%, so you know how to increase something by X%. This is what you do, right? This is the new price now, and then offers a discount of Y% on the raised price. So on this price there is a discount. When you offer discount, you reduce the price. So if you reduce this entire quantity by how much? Y%. So you will multiply it with 1 minus Y upon 100, right? The discounted price, this is the discounted price now. After discount, it again becomes P. If Y is the difference between X and Y, then find X. So see, P cancels here, and then what do we get? We get 1 plus X upon 100 into 1 minus Y upon 100 is equals to 1, right? We have been given if Y is the difference between X and Y. So Y is, that means equal to the difference between X and Y, right? Clear? Now see, difference simply means, this is also difference and this is also difference, right? Both of them are difference. You can take either this equal to Y or this difference can also be taken equal to Y. In this case, Y cancels, X becomes 0. So this basically means there was 0% increase in the price, right? If there is 0% increase in the price, this price basically remains the same, and then if you decrease some price by Y%, it won't remain P, right? So 0 does not make any sense. I hope you are getting it. If you put this equal to 0, so this becomes P into 1 P only. So that means in P you will be reducing Y%. So when you reduce something by Y% P, it will not remain P. So that does not make sense in this case, because this gives X equal to 0, which does not, follow the instructions given, right? This is perfect. X should be equal to 2Y. And what does it want? It wants X. So Y will be X by 2, because you need everything in terms of X. So you will be able to calculate X, right? So 1 plus X by 100. For a while, can you take X by 100 equals to T? To minimize, writing, you have to write by 100 again and again. So X by 100 is taken as T, okay. Here we will get 1 minus Y will be written as X by 2. That means X upon 200, X upon 100 can be taken as T, we can write it as T by 2, that is equals to 1, right. Now you solve this, you get minus T square by 2, right, plus 1, and then we will get T minus T by 2 is plus T by 2. So T minus T by 2 is basically T by 2, isn't it? So we will write T by 2 here, and that should be equal to 1. 1 cancels. What do you get? You multiply the entire equation by negative, because in front of T square we have negative. So we get T square by 2 minus T by 2, and that is equals to 0. So you take T as LCM, you get this. 2 as LCM, it becomes 0, right? So we get T into T minus 1, that is equal to 0. This gives you either T equal to 0 or T equal to 1. T equal to 1 will be our answer. But what is T? t is x by 100. We had to find out the value of x. So, if this is equal to 1, x will basically be equal to 100 and that will be my answer. Yes or no? 100 will be your answer. I hope this is clear. 69. Two different quadratic equations have a common root. Okay. Let the three unique roots of the two equations be a, b, c. All of them are positive integers. If a plus b plus c equal to 41 and the product of the roots of one of the equations is 35. Which of the following options is definitely correct? We have a couple of options. So, let us say that we have two different equations. Say one of the equations is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Another equation is say px square plus qx plus r equal to 0. These are two quadratic equations, they will have a common root. So, obviously, when they have one common root, there will be two roots of this equation, two roots of this equation, one root will be common. So, how many unique values will be there? If these two are distinct, these two are distinct, all four are distinct, then we will have four unique distinct roots, right? But then one root is common here, right? So, we will have three unique roots. So, that is why it is saying that there are three unique values of the roots that are a, b, c. Okay? A, b, c are all positive integers. So, we cannot give them any negative value. Their sum is 41 and the product of roots of one of the equations is 35. Obviously, see, if product of roots of one of the equation is 35, so since product of roots is 35, roots have to be positive integers. How can you achieve product 35? Either 1 into 35 or you can do 35 as 5 into 7. Yes or no? I hope this is clear. So, product of roots of one of the equations is 35, then it is saying which of the following options is definitely correct. Okay. Now, if these two are the roots, obviously these are two roots, these two will have a sum of 1 plus 35, that is equal to 36. In this case, the sum of the two roots will be 5 plus 7, that means 12. This is sum of two roots, this is sum of two roots. There are three unique roots having a sum 41. So, what will be the third root here in this case? Third root will basically be equal to, with 36 we have to add something to make it 41. So, that will be 5 and in this case again the third root. Here the sum of the other two roots is 12. The third root should be 29 because we have to make a sum of 41 for the three unique values. I hope this is clear. Yes or no? So, what happens in this case? If this is the product, what are the three unique root values that you get? 1, 35 and 5, right? And if these are the roots, then what happens? Your roots are 5, 7, 29. What does it say? Now, the first statement is common root is 29. See, if you take 29 as the common root, okay. So, you know that there are three unique roots a, b, c. If 29 is the common roots, 29 is here as well, 29 is here as well. And what is the case of 29? 5, 7, 29 have to be the roots. So, one of them will have roots 29, 5, one will have 29, 7. Does this give you product of roots of any of the equations 35? No, this does not give product, does not give 35, this does not give 35. So, this is wrong. The smallest among the roots is 1. Is the smallest among the roots 1? No, if these three are the roots, then the case of 1 basically disappears, right? Smallest root will be 5 in that case. So, this is also wrong, not definitely correct. Now, the third statement is one of the roots is 5. See, in this case as well 5 will be a root, in this case as well 5 will be a root. So, 5 has to be a root, it will be definitely one of the roots. Okay, if you do not take it as a common root or take it as a common root, it will be there in this case as well, in this case as well. Product of the roots of the other equation is 5, not necessary. Okay, I mean if you take this case, say 5 is the common root, so 5, 7 is the product here, I mean 5, 7 are the roots here, 5, 20 are the roots here. What do you see? It's not necessary that product of roots of the other equation is 5. Okay, so last is all of the above are possible, but none are definitely correct. One statement here is definitely correct. Okay, that is option C. You know it very clearly now. So, this is a very good question, perfect IPMAT level, it can be asked. Okay. Let us talk about this 1 upon a plus 1 upon b plus 1 upon ab equals to 1 by n, where a and b are prime numbers and n is a whole number. Find a ki power n, b ki power n, n ki power n. Okay, so we have been given 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by ab equals to 1 by n. if we take LCM here, what do we get? AB, A plus B plus 1, that is equals to 1 by n. If we cross multiply, what do we get? N times A plus B plus 1 equals to AB. Okay. So then what do we get? We get AN plus BN plus n equals to AB. We are very sure that this way we cannot do hit and trial, so we will have to do some sort of factorization over here, right? We see that AN is here, BN is here, AB is here. So can we do some factorization like AN, BN, where A and N are multiplied, B and N are multiplied? So how can you do that? If you take A and BN to that side, okay, or you bring AB, say okay, you take it that side, okay, it implies that N will be on the left hand side while AB will be here, minus AN will be here, minus BN will be here. I hope this is clear. What else do we have here? Now we can see here that if AN and BN have to be there in one of the brackets, I should have something like A minus N, right, and in one bracket I should have something like B minus N, definitely, because see, in that case only minus AN minus BN is being, I mean it is occurring, right, in the product. So minus AN minus BN will occur, AB is also occurring. So this is what we are getting, this is what we are getting, we are also getting this minus BN. One extra term is being generated here, that is minus n into minus n, that is n square, okay. So due to generation, I mean writing it like this, we get one extra term, that is n square. It should not be there because it was not here in this expression, so we will cancel it, minus n square, and on the left hand side we have n. If we bring this minus n square here, we get n square plus n, right, and that is equals to A minus n into B minus n, right. Now what happens? N into n plus 1, that is equals to A minus n into B minus n, right. Now what do you see? N is a whole number, n is a whole number, A and B are prime numbers, okay. So the smallest whole number is 0. If you try with 0, n becomes 0, this becomes 0, AB becomes equal to 1. There are no prime numbers, no two prime numbers A and B having product equals to 1. So let's try with n equals to 1. If you try n equals to 1, what do you get? 1 into 2, 2, right, 1 into 2. If you put n equals to 1, we get A minus 1 into B minus 1. That simply means A minus 1 will be 1, that means A will be 2. If you try B minus 1 equals to 2, obviously B minus 1 will be 2, so B will be 3. Are A and B prime? Yes. Is, we took n equals to 1, is n a whole number? Yes. Does it satisfy our scenario? Does it help us? Let's see. Yes, it does. Does it work here as well? If you put A equals to 2 to the power 1, that means 2 plus B to the power n, so 3 to the power 1, 3 plus n to the power n, that means 1. So this gives you 2 plus 3 plus 1, that is 6. 6 is the answer. Is that one of the options? Yes. Okay. If you put n equals to 2, what do you get? If you put n equals to 2, you get 2 into 3, and that is equals to A minus 2 and B minus 2. In this case, what happens? Definitely, I mean A minus 2 will be 2 or B minus 2 will be 2, A or B, one of the numbers will definitely be what? Non-prime, and that is not allowed. So this is the least case. I mean n equals to 1, A equal to B, A equals to 2, B equals to 3, that is the case which is satisfying. In all other cases, even if you take n equals to say 3, so you are definitely going to get what? You are definitely going to get 3 into 4. I mean this, one of the numbers will be odd, one will be even, there will be an even product over here, right. And here we will have A minus whatever you are putting, you will definitely get A or B as a non-prime number, okay, which is not allowed. So this is the only case that satisfies. So option A will be our answer, okay, for this particular question. So such questions might not be asked in IPMAT, but then I have told you how to break them down, how to judge the values, okay. I hope that is clear. Now this question is, if LCM of two numbers is 1900% more than the HCF, then how many pairs of x, y exist? LCM of two numbers, you know that whenever HCF LCM questions come, you have to take two numbers as hx, hy, where h is their HCF, right, and x, y should be co-prime numbers. Those students who have seen my number system playlist, you know what are co-prime numbers? Numbers having HCF equal to 1, okay. LCM, if there are two numbers hx, hy, HCF is h, LCM is hxy, right. So we have been told that LCM is 1900% more than HCF. So, if to the HCF you add its 1900%, 1900% means 1900 of HCF. So, this is 1, you get 20H. So, basically this will be 20H. H is cancelled, X y equal to 20. Now, what did I say earlier? X and Y are two numbers which should be co-prime. Okay. What do you get here? I mean, what two values of X and Y can you multiply that have HCF equal to 1? So, 1 and 20, right? 4 and 5, 5 and 4, 20 and 1. Now, see what happens here. Here it was clearly mentioned that you have to put pairs whenever they give you the variables. That means X can be 1, Y can be 20, X can be 4, Y can be 5, X can be 5, Y can be 4, X can be 20, Y equal to 1. So, many of you would be thinking that 120, 21 are same. No. In 120, X is taking 1, Y is taking 20. In 21, X is taking 20, Y equals to 1. So, that is a different pair, right. So, we will be having such 4 pairs, 4 will be our answer for this question. Okay. So, these many pairs exist. So, in such questions where variables are mentioned, then you will be taking both the pairs, ordered pairs. These are called ordered pairs because here the numbers are same 120, 21, they are just reversing, but these are called ordered pairs because order matters here. 120, 21 matters, 4, 5, 5, 4 matters, both are taken at different cases. If in this question this was not mentioned, then in that case you would have answered just 120 and 4, 5, that means 2 pairs is your answer. So, watch out for this. Okay. Usually such questions, if they come, they will just ask you pairs. Okay. That is the question, but I have told you clearly, if variables are mentioned, you will answer 4 ordered pairs, number of ordered pairs. So, 120, 21 are taken as 2 separate cases, counted separately, but if nothing is mentioned, simply pairs is written, then you will answer 2 in the previous question. Okay. This question is, if 6 liters of pure milk is added to 24 liter water milk solution, then the concentration of milk obtained is twice the concentration obtained when 21 liters of water is added to the same 24 liters water milk solution. How many liters of water were there in the original 24 liter water milk solution? So, this is more of a tongue twister. Okay. If 6 liters of pure milk is added to a 24 liter water milk solution, so this is a water and milk solution. Okay. And it is of 24 liters. 6 liters of pure milk is added. If you add 6 liters of pure, now you do not know how much milk and water is there, neither in the question they have given any ratio, right. So, you suppose that milk is X and obviously water will be 24 minus X because both of them together have to make 24 liters. It is saying 6 liters of pure milk is added. So, pure milk will be added to pure milk. So, if you add 6 liters, what do you get? You get X plus 6 liters of milk while the water remains the same, 24 minus X. This is what we have at the moment after addition of 6 liters pure milk. Okay. Then the concentration of milk obtained. What is the concentration of milk obtained? That means what percentage of milk is there. So, milk has X plus 6 parts out of total volume of the solution is now 24 plus 6 was added, so it will be 30. So, this is the concentration of milk here, right. This is twice, that means we are going to put it 2 times something, 2 times what? The concentration obtained when 21 liters of water is added to the same 24 liter water milk solution. So, now let us talk about 24 liter water milk solution. Okay. Same water milk solution. So, we will be taking water equals to 24 minus X and milk equal to X. Now, what is it saying? It is saying you add 21 liters of water. If you add 21 liters of water, it will be added to water. That becomes 45 minus X water and X liters of milk. Now, you have to talk about the concentration obtained of the milk solution, right. So, that will be of the milk is X upon total is how much? 24 liters already there, 21 was added, it became total 45. Yes or no? How many liters of water were there in the original 24 liter water milk solution? Original water milk solution, we have to find out the value of X. If we get X, we will find out the value of 24 minus X. Okay. So, this thing is 2 times this concentration. So, we will put X equal to 45 over here. X upon 45, 15 2 ja 15, 3 ja 3X plus 18 equal to this much will be how? This will be 4X. X will be 18. If X is 18, what do you need? How many liters of water were there in the original? So what is 24 minus x? So 24 minus x, that is equal to 24 minus 18, that is equal to 6. Yes or no? That's your answer. I hope it is clear. Good question, but not a very difficult question. Okay, easy one. A number has 32 factors, out of which 4 are not composite. Product of these 4 factors is 30. How many such numbers are possible? Okay, see, there are 32 factors, total 32 factors. Okay, out of which 4 are not composite. What are composite numbers? Composite numbers are the numbers that have at least 3 factors, okay, at least 3 distinct factors. 4 are not composite. Obviously, out of these 32 factors, 1 will surely be a factor, and 1, you know that 1 is neither prime nor composite. I told you this in number system classes, okay. Okay, so 1 is neither prime nor composite. Apart from 1, what type of numbers will be not composite? That means which do not have at least 3 factors, prime numbers. So that means 3 prime numbers are always there, definitely there. What do you write when you write the prime factorization of a number? You write primes. So there are 3 primes. Obviously, you will be writing 1 prime to the power something into 2nd prime to the power something into 3rd prime to the power something. I hope this is clear. Okay. 1 is neither prime nor composite. In fact, if you write down the prime factorization of any number, 1 definitely comes as a factor, right? So I found out 3 primes because I am very sure that there will be 3 primes in the prime factorization of that number. Okay. Product of these 4 factors is 30. These 4 factors, 1 is obviously 1 will be a factor, and the other 3 prime factors, they have to give a product 30. How can you find out the product of 3 prime numbers as 30? There is only one case, 2, 3, 5. That is it. There is no other case possible. 30 can be achieved when you have 6 into 5, but 6 is not a prime number. 3 into 10, 10 is not a prime number, because in prime factorization only prime is allowed. Okay. Product of these 4 factors, and these 4 factors were 1 was 1 while the other 3 were prime. Okay. How many such numbers are possible? Now see what happens. You have to get a total of 32 factors. How to get factors? Obviously, A will have some power. I mean, let's now we are sure about the primes that we have, okay, at the bottom. So those are 2, 3, 5. 2 will have some power, 3 will have some power, 5 will have some power. You all know that power is very important when we find out the prime total number of factors. What will be the total number of factors? X plus 1 into y plus 1 into z plus 1. This is the total number of factors. This has to be 32. How do you actually get 32? Let's write down 32, okay. 32 is 1 into 1 into 32, or 32 is 2 into 8, or it is 2 into 4 into 4, right, or it is 1 into 2 into 16. Obviously, do we have any other way? 184, okay, 184 is also 32. Any other way? 4 into 4 is done, 2 into 2 is done, 8 into 8 is not possible, 1 into 8 into 4. There is no other way to have 32 factors, obviously, because when do you get factors of a total factors? When you increase the powers of the primes by 1 and multiply them, okay. If this is what we have here, if 1 into 8 into 4 is the product, then only we will get 32 as a product, right. So what does that mean? That means this x plus 1 would have been 1, that means x would have been 0. Can x be 0 if x is 0? We will not be having this part of the prime 2 ki power x, and it has to be there, because there are 3 primes, they need to have product 30, so this has to be there. That means this case is impossible. All those cases where we are getting 1, because if we are getting 1 for these values, okay, because these are x plus 1, y plus 1, z plus 1, some of them x, y, z will be 0. If x, y, z either of them become 0, one prime will disappear. So each of these possibilities which are giving us x or y or z equals to 0, not possible. Only these two are possible. Now, what do you see? 2, 2, 8, 2, 4, 4. There are 3 prime numbers, 3 distinct prime numbers, 3 places, you can say these are kind of 3 places. In these 3 places, you have to try a combination of power of 2 to 8. Either the power 2 can be here 2 to 8, 2 to 8, 2 to 8, or whatever combination of 2 to 8 is possible above these numbers. Yes or no? So let's see. Say 2, 3, 5 is there. Okay. You simply have to do what? The value of x plus 1, y plus 1, z plus 1 will be 2 to 8, because 2 to 8 will give you 32. So if 2 to 8 is the case, okay, 2 to 8 is the case. So x will be 1, y will be 1, z will be 7. x1, y1, z7. You have to jumble these, you have to arrange these powers x, y, z, because powers for x, y, z are these above these three numbers. How many combinations will you get? 1, 1, 7, or you can have 2 to the 2, 3, 5 will be here, 1, 1, 7, or you can have 2, 3, 5, 1, 1, 7. Apart from this, you cannot have anything. Yes or no? So only three combinations are possible. If these are the values of x, y, and z that have to be, shuffled between these powers. I hope you are getting it, right? Let me erase this part. I hope this part was clear. In the similar way, 2, 4, 4. If 2, 4, 4, what are 2, 4, 4? They are giving a product 32. What is giving product 32? This. That means x will be x plus 1 will be equals to 2. That means x will be 1. Okay, just a second. X will be 1. So x will be 1. Y, if y plus 1 will be 4, so y will be 3. Z plus 1 will be 4. That means z will be 3. So 1, 3, 3 has to be arranged about 2, 3, 5. What all can you get? 2, 3, 5 are the primes. Either you can give power 1, 3, 3 like this, or 2, 3, 5. You can give power 3, 3, 1. 1, 3, 3, or power of 2, 3, 5 can be how much? 3, 3, 1. That means 3 arrangements, 1, 2, 3 are possible here, 3 are possible here. So 3 combinations of this, 3 combinations of this, 3 plus 3 total 6. We can have different 6 such numbers, because when you shuffle powers 1, 3, 3 above these 3 numbers, 2, 3, 5, you will get 3 different numbers. Here you will get 3 different numbers. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is the answer to this question. This is a great question, okay, not easy at all. Now the next question is, if the coordinates of the orthocenter and centroid of a triangle ABC are minus 5, 7 and 5, 5, then the circumcenter of the triangle ABC is. Definitely, let's draw a triangle, okay. When it says circumcenter, you have to draw a circle that circumscribes a circle like this, right. When it says centroid, you know that centroid is the point of intersection of median. So median is from vertex, you draw a line which bisects the opposite side. So bisects the opposite side, bisects the opposite side. If we draw medians like this, this is where your median would lie. Sorry, centroid would lie, okay. Centroid, let's call the centroid G. It talks about orthocenter. So centroid, remember, it's the intersection point of medians. Orthocenter is the intersection point of altitudes, okay. From this, let me put it in a dotted line, okay, and let me change the color. So say from this point you draw an altitude on this point, okay. Here if you put an altitude, it would be somewhere over here, and the third altitude would be like this. So this is where we have the orthocenter, say O, and circumcenter is the center of this circumcircle. So that would be somewhere around, say here, isn't it? This is the circumcenter. Now there is a property, important property, that is the reason I brought it. The orthocenter, the centroid, and the circumcenter of a circle, they always lie in a straight line, and that line is called Euler line, okay, Euler line. You can search for it, Euler line. That simply means they lie in a straight lines. And what do you see? The centroid is in between. So the centroid, the centroid divides the line joining orthocenter and circumcenter in ratio 2:1. So this is O, this is G, this is O, G, C, right? O, G, and C. They always lie in a straight line. This is a theorem, okay. and this is 2:1. So, centroid of a triangle divides the line joining orthocenter and circumcenter in ratio 2:1. This is what you have to remember. Okay. Now, the question says the coordinate of the orthocenter are -5, 7. So, this is -5, 7. Centroid is 5, 5. So, this is G centroid 5, 5, and you want to find out the coordinates of the circumcenter. Okay. Okay, 5. Okay, fine. So, let this be x, y. What do you see here? Isn't this related to division, internal division of a line? I hope you know it. This is a point G centroid which is dividing the line OC internally in ratio 2:1. So, I hope you remember the formula. If these two ratios, division ratios are taken as 2:1 M1 M2. So, when there is a point which divides internally in ratio M1 is to M2. So, the x coordinate, that means this point, the coordinates of the point which divides internally 5 is the x coordinate, that will be M1 x2. So, M1 into x2, that means 2 into x plus M2 x1, M2 x1, that means M2 is 1 into -5 divided by M1 plus M2. So, that is 3. Okay. What do you get? 15, 15, 5, 20, x will be 10. I hope that is clear. X will be 10. The moment you get x equal to 10, there is only one such option here. This will be our answer, but let us check for y as well. The y coordinate, that means the y coordinate is here. This coordinate will be M1 y2. So, M1 is 2y. So, 2y minus M2 y1. y1 is this point. Okay. So, 1 into 7 upon M1 plus M2, that is 3. So, this is 15. 15 minus 7, 8. 8 by 2 is 4. Y will be 4. So, x, y coordinate of the circumcenter are 10, 4. This is the answer. So, please look out for internal division. Okay. Internal division is basically, suppose there is a point P and it has coordinate x, y. This is the point x1, y1, and this is the point, say, x2, y2. Okay. And there is a point P which divides them in the ratio M1 is to M2. Then the coordinates x of P are M1 x2 plus M2 x1. M1 x2 plus M2 x1 upon M1 plus M2. This is a part of coordinate geometry. Okay. And the y coordinate is here. This coordinate is M1 y2 plus M2 y1 upon M1 plus M2. So, those who could not understand the explanation here, I use this concept. Okay. This is my x, this is my y. So, this is x, this is y. So, M1 M2, M1 x2 plus M2 x1 upon M1 plus M2 equals to 5. Then y5 will be taken as M1 y2 plus M2 y1 upon M1 plus M2. This is how I calculate the value of x and y. Okay. Good question. 76. 400 students were admitted to the 2026 IPM batch. 200 of them did not choose business statistics. 100 of them did not choose international management. There were 80 students who did not choose any of the two subjects. Find the number of students who choose both business statistics and internal management. Okay, international management. Okay, see, there are two types of subjects over here, international management and business statistics. So, this simply means that it is not a 3-set Venn diagram. We will start with 2 set, right? International management and business statistics. International management, business statistics. There are total 400 students. Okay. 200 of them did not choose business statistics. Did not choose business statistics, that means the value of all the region that lies outside the set of business statistics will be 200. Now, in such questions you should always give a value. Okay. So, this is A, this is B, this is C and this is D. People who did not choose business statistics. So, we have to go outside the set of business statistics. Leave everything in the set of business statistics. That means we will talk about this A and D. So, A plus D is given 200. Okay. I hope that is clear. 100 of them did not choose international management. So, you have to come out of the set of internal management. Okay. International management. So, sorry. So, forget this circle. Okay, of international management. Talk about the other regions. We have C and D. So, C plus D will be 100. Okay. And then there were 80 who did not choose any of the two subjects. Did not choose international management, did not choose business statistics. That means we will come out of this entire region. What do we have outside this entire region? D. D is given equals to 80. The moment you get D equals to 80, you put D equals to 80 here, C will be 20. And if D is 80, A will be 120. What do you need? You need the number of students who choose both statistics and international management. So, that is B. B's value is how much? Okay, so you have total number 400, you need the value of B, you have D already. D is 80, A is 120, C is 20. Sum of all the regions in this diagram should be equal to 400. 80 plus 120 is how much? 200, 200 plus 20 is 220. That means this B will have to be 180 to make the total equals to 400. So, 180 is the answer, that is it. Easy question, okay. But yes, in this case he talked about not taking. So, it is not direct question where you can simply plug in values in the region, okay. Okay, two numbers A and B are inversely proportional to each other. If A increases by 100%, then B decreases by. A and B are inversely proportional, that means A is inversely proportional to B. If you have to remove the constant of proportional, I mean you have to remove this sign of proportionality, you need to put a constant. So, that means A will be equals to K by B, okay. So, that means K, this is constant of proportionality. The entire meaning of constant is it never changes, okay. Whatever be the change in values of A and B, K does not change because it is constant of proportionality. Constant means its value does not change. If A increases by 100%, when something increases by 100%, it doubles. So, that means the value of A becomes 2A now, okay. I hope this is clear. The value of A becomes 2A now, it doubles. So, what is the, it is asking me change in value of B, that means B decreases by. See, the constant has to remain the same. If the constant has to remain the same, that means this product should also be equal to AB. So, let me say that the new value of B is this capital B. So, I will equate the constants in both the cases. AB will be equal to 2AB. So, AA cancels, B will be 2B. It is asking me the new value of B. New value of B is capital B, that will be B by 2, and that is what? B by 2, that means 0.5B. When 0.5 is multiplied to something, that means it has decreased by 50%. So, B decreases by 50%, that is your answer. Easy question, good to remind you the properties of ratio and proportion. Now, we have the next question which says that given that A and B are integers and that B plus 2 root 7 is the root of the polynomial x square minus ax plus b plus 2 root 7 in x, what is the value of B? So, see, I have always told you in quadratic equations, whenever you get irrational roots or imaginary roots. So, irrational, whether you get irrational roots, I hope you know what irrational roots are. Whenever you have such root value of roots, right, root, that means square root value of roots or square root in a root. So, then in that case, this is obviously an irrational root, because the root 7 is an irrational number, this entire value becomes irrational. So, irrational roots or imaginary roots, always remember this, okay, irrational roots or imaginary roots, they always occur in pair of conjugate. Pair of conjugates, what does that mean? Conjugate, that means if A, one of the roots is A plus root B, another root will be A minus root B, okay. You just have to change the sign between before the square root. In fact, in imaginary roots you get roots like this, A plus iota B, right. So, another root will be A minus iota B, for sure it will happen. Let me show you something, okay. Say I take an equation, say 3x square, okay, plus say 5x and then say 1, that is equal to 0. Let us find out the value of the root of this equation, okay. So, x will be equals to, I am using Sridharacharya formula, minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac. So, b square 25 minus 4ab 12, that means 13 upon 2a, 2 into a is 2 into 3 6. So, what are the roots that you get? You get minus 5 plus root 13 by 6 as one of the roots, and minus 5 minus root 13, minus 5 minus root 13 by 6 as one of the roots. Don't you see here, 6 is the same, 5 is same, minus 5, just the root, the sign before the root plus root 13 minus root 13 is changing, right. And you can try the same with one equation that I am giving you, x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. This will have imaginary roots, but they will also occur in pair of conjugates. You will get a plus minus sign before the root or the imaginary value, okay. So, if one of the roots is, I mean this is a question that can be done in seconds, okay, not very difficult. If one of the roots say alpha is this, so beta will definitely be the conjugate of this, that means everything else will remain the same, just the sign before the root will change. So, if this is the case, the quadratic equation is this, it is asking us the value of b. So, this is a quadratic equation in which this is the coefficient of x, this is the constant term, Can you write alpha plus beta? What do you get alpha plus beta? Minus 2 root 7 plus 2 root 7 will cancel. That will be 10. That should be the value of minus b upon a. Minus b upon a for this is minus of minus a, that means a upon 1. So, a has value 10. Clear? You can also do product of roots alpha beta. What will be the value of alpha beta? Multiply these two, a plus b into a minus b, 25 minus 28, that means minus 3 will be the product. That is equal to c upon a, that means b plus 2 root 7 upon a, that is coefficient of x square, that is 1. So, b will actually be equal to minus 3 minus 2 root 7. This question had a discrepancy, okay, in whichever exam it was asked. They have given these options, but the correct answer will be this, okay. So, when there is a discrepancy, I mean you get a certain answer and it is not present, actually in IPMAT you get free marks for that, okay. Everybody gets bonus marks plus 4 marks for that particular question, okay. Those who attempt it, not for those who do not attempt it. So, whenever you are very sure about a question in IPMAT, you see that, okay, there is some problem with the options, you attempt that particular question, okay, and it happened in 2025 as well. There were 2 questions in which there was an issue, and for 2 questions people got bonus marks in quants, okay. This is your homework. This is your homework. We are at the 80th question. We remain with 170 more. I think you are liking it. It's a superb series. We are switching between concepts. Sometimes we are going to geometry, sometimes numbers, sometimes we come to indices, search, ratios, profit and loss. You've done it all, right? Quadratic equations. So, do like this session, share it with your friends, do practice these questions, take them very seriously, okay. Probably they might add a lot of numbers to your IPMAT score this year, okay. Whether you are attempting Indore, Rohtak, jipmat, and in fact the other IIM UG entrances like IIM Bangalore Online, BBA, DB, IIM Bangalore BSc UG, IIM Kozhikode BMS, they have the exact same level of questions, okay. So, do check their past papers, so it will be helpful for those as well. Thank you so much, we will meet again soon.